Risings, everybody. Just woke up a couple of minutes ago. We are heading to the gym. Back from the gym. So I wanted to first get my grateful's done and then start my day. So what that's gonna look like is get my grateful's, then do some education stuff that I'm doing for myself, and then get the laundry in, start picking up, cleaning up the house for today, because it's my reset day where I get everything done because I'm off. I'm ready to go. Let's get going. So yeah. So this is the fit. Let me explain myself. I have Lulu pants, leggings, and then I have Amazon flip-flops, right? They're so comfortable. And husband's closet shirts. Don't know what it is. Don't know the name brand. I just know it fits. It fits me, and I'm gonna wear it if it fits me. Okay. So now, what we're gonna do is some breakfast. I have my son who's helping me out.
Hello.
Yeah, we're gonna do breakfast, and then I'm gonna do my education hour. Then we're gonna do the whole laundry, cleaning, reset. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. You hear?
Right now, they don't own their mind.
All right, now that this is working, let's show you guys what I got from Target. This is like a Swiffer, but it's reusable, so I can take it off and wash it and use it again when I need. I got 2 of them because if you live in a 2-story house, you know that one just won't serve you. You're gonna have to keep going back and forth and getting it. And my house is fairly large, so 2 definitely is gonna help out. I also got some Pine Sol. Haven't used this in such a long time. I've been using Fabuloso, or should I say Fabuloso. And I just want like a different smell. So I got Pine Sol. I got these disposable gloves because your girl, when she's cleaning the bathrooms, I don't like touching none of that. And there's 4 bathrooms in this house, so I need my disposable gloves. I feel a lot cleaner that way. Having used this one too, okay. It's called Comet with Bleach, removes tough stains. In one of the bathrooms, actually this one behind me, there is this spot of water that accumulates no matter what we do to it, and then it gets grimy. And we've used all types of the grime off sprays or whatever they're called, and it doesn't remove it. And now it's like yellowish color, and it's the guest bathroom, so it's like a reflection of me, right? I'm like, I can't have that bathroom looking crazy. So I'm gonna try this because I've tried Clorox, I've tried everything, haven't tried the powder. Hopefully it works. Since we're on the topic of bathrooms and stuff, how to get more of these. The one that I had was really old. I had it since I moved into the house. I know, I don't know why it lasted that long in 4 bathrooms. Must have not been using it that much. But this is your power cleaning gel, the one that you put in the toilet, so you can remove everything and clean it. Had an old one, and I'm not the type of person that likes to hoard cleaning products, so I know they expire, so I threw that out. Got 2, again, one for the bottom, one for upstairs. Lastly, this is probably why I never use those a lot, because the toilet wands, I like them. I like them because I just grab the wand, whoop, if you know, you know, all you have to do is click it on like this, and then clean the inside the toilet, and then throw it out. Boom, you're done. Or you can do this guy, right, and do the whole grabbing like the one with the brush at the end, but I just find that so gross because then you have to clean the brush and then put it back. And I know Amazon has one where you don't, like, you get to hide it, but still I think about all of that stuff that's on the sponge area. So I opt out for the toilet wands, okay? I opt into that one. Lastly, I got one of these, okay? Yes. So I have now, oh, wait a minute. So this is a mop, as you guys know. This mop thing situation, I need it because I'm old school. My husband bought me a vacuum that mops, but I feel like it doesn't get behind the toilet, behind like the little nooks and crannies of the house. It does a good job when I am tired and I just want to vacuum and make it look nice. But when it comes to like deep cleaning, I need a mop like that. So I'm gonna like boil some water because that takes a long time to boil. I'm going to fill up the bucket. First, we need to put that together, the little stick thing, which should only take about a few minutes. Then put some pine sol in after we're done brooming and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna be jamming to some music because I'm really trying to finish at least at 4 p.m. When I spoke to y'all this morning, it was 10 in the morning. And since then, I've gone out this house maybe 3 times to run errands. And I just feel like cleaning day keeps on getting backed up. So enough chit-chatting. Let's get to cleaning.
Slow down, hold on, take a breath. If I could, I'll make me feel less. Something in my brain causes stress. So come on, make me feel different. You wanna hold, don't hold back. Oh, your little drama's got me mad. And I don't need to tell you facts. You know I always want you back, girl. I could give you a big bad surprise. Let you take your time. Show you wanna dive. Treat me nice and I'll save you a slice. Baby, it's time to slide. Do you wanna try? No, it's true. It's what we do. Yeah, I know. It's true. It's true. It's what we do. Yeah.
First of all, I got no regrets, but a twisting and turning, got no success. I remember the first time that we two met, the loving, the chugging. Can't forget how you held me at my worst. See right through, know what I deserve. The same old story, reminding me, is it my way or your way? Makes my heart beat to the rhythm of us leaving. I know you better than you. You know me better than me. I know when looking at this that we can keep a secret.
Hi everyone. The next day, I am proud to announce that the weekend reset is going on pretty good. Finished the house, deep cleaning it from like all 4 bathrooms, everything. It was a lot. I was really tired, so I didn't come back. My camera died. I charged it, but while I was charging, I just finished the house. I'll be having a little chit chat with you guys all about the month of August and setting the intention for August. So what am I gonna read? What am I gonna focus on? What's gonna be the intent for that month? And yeah, I will catch you guys after all of my Sunday shenanigans so we can sit down and we can just have a chat girl to girl and set some goals up for the next month. I mean, what, we only have like 2 days left of this month, is it? No, today's the 30th. Oh yeah, we got 1 day, so this is perfect. All right guys, see you soon. I just want to wrap up that whole reset weekend by saying that I got everything done and it was a lot of work. I decided to deep clean the house, which I normally don't do on my reset weekends. Like, it's kind of just like light cleaning. So it took longer than what I expected, and it took a lot from me because I am pregnant. So I thought I was able to have all this energy and film everything. But then I had some complications when it comes to the camera and battery life, then memory life. It was just the whole thing. So that's done with. It's Monday. We also meal prepped yesterday and got everything done for the week. What else? We also got some stuff for the baby reveal because I waited last minute. I was going to do all my shopping on Amazon, but what ended up happening is I've never ever planned any kind of party. So when it comes to decorations, I'm not that creative. And I was trying to Pinterest a lot of like inspiration, and a lot of those inspirations that I saw was like balloon heavy, where they had like this whole balloon thing and you needed like this whole structure. And honestly, I don't want to spend that much time on stuff I don't know how to do for a baby reveal. So we ended up going to Party City and it delivered. It delivered in the sense of you guys probably know this, but I didn't know this. They fill up the balloons and inflate the balloons, and then they deliver it to you the day of. And I said, yeah, I'll do that. So I picked the colors of the balloons. They're gonna do it. They're gonna deliver it. Me and my husband also picked out like the theme of it all. And granted, it's Party City, so they didn't have a whole lot of themes for baby shower / gender reveal. They had your typical pink and blue, and then safari. Then they had one that it was kind of not kid friendly because it said here for the sex. Like, yes, we get it, meaning the gender, but if a kid reads it, I don't want them to be questioning, you know, we're gonna have other kids come over. I don't need the parents to have to deal with that stuff. So we definitely did not go that route. I don't like having the pink and blue typical decorations. So we went with the safari, and it's super cute. It's like a giraffe, elephant, and there's like 3 colors, which is super neutral: olive green, light tan, and like brownish, little brownish colors. So we're doing that. After we went to Party City, got everything we needed, that's when we did our whole meal prep, and that took about an hour. And we tried this new seasoning. I should have recorded it, but the way your girl was feeling and looking, I couldn't do it to y'all. So, but I am glad to report that that's done, and it's Monday. Today we sit down and have a little chit chat like I promised y'all. And I just wanted to have like a recap of July and setting the intention for August for tomorrow, because tomorrow is August 1st. So by the time you guys watch this video, it'll be past August 1st, but still, it's gonna be okay. Last month in July, my intention was to get back into a good state of mind and confidence. Because to be honest, we're all human, right? And sometimes we'll have moments of despair. No, I'm kidding. Moments of just self-doubt. And I can say July was a real good spiritual awakening because of my attendance to church and getting back on writing my gratefuls. If you follow me on Instagram or you peeked at my profile, you'll notice that I've been doing this challenge for writing your gratefuls for the last 17 days, and it's for 30 days. Basically, I always fall back on my gratefuls whenever I feel like, I'm starting to feel not at my best, I'm starting to feel a little down. I start just writing what I'm grateful for. Some people call it praise, right? Give praise, meaning you're praying, you're saying thank you, God, for this, for that. Some people like to do how I was valued that day or felt valued that day. I just call it gratefulness. I just grab my pen and journal out all my gratefuls. Some days it's 3, some days it's more. I keep it at 3 and then I just script. So just to wrap that up, July was more so spiritual and getting back to confidence because my body was changing so much. So yeah, that was it. What else? Oh, and I fell off the bandwagon when it comes to working out. So that also messes up with my mindset and feeling good inside and outside. So for July, I had a lot of changes happen because I was in my first trimester and I was dealing with a lot of fatigue and nausea and stuff like that. So my normal routine of waking up and doing things that I like to do wasn't there because I had to listen to my body and take care of her. What ended up happening is I changed around my routine, which is super normal. That's going to happen in different seasons of your life. Your routines are going to change, right? And you just have to give yourself grace for that and intentionally change it the best way you can to fit your current situation and lifestyle. For July, my intention for July was getting better with finances, mindset wise. Okay, so let me explain that. We carry a lot of different beliefs when it comes to finances, relationships, everything, but I wanted to hone in on why does my finances do what it does and why do I do what I do with my finances, if that makes sense. I was reading, right now I'm just going to show you like the books I was reading versus the books that I want to read for August. I don't know if I should go back and forth like that or maybe you should keep it all July and then go and keep it all August. But for July, I was reading 2 books because I am one of the a person that has to like have 2 books because if I do get bored of one, I want to have another one to fall on. So I always choose 2 books. I don't know if it's the best thing to do because I sometimes don't read it all if I'm not feeling it. Versus if I only had 1 book for that month, I might finish it. I don't know, but I've always read 2 books at the same time. So the book that I was reading for the purpose of learning about money and how intentionally, that's going to be like the word for this whole chit chat with you guys, but how intentionally spend it. Okay, so this came about watching a Netflix series. And when I watched the Netflix series, I'll tell you what the name is here in a moment, I was like, I need to get his book and I need to learn about money and I need to learn about myself and why I do the things I do with my money. The book is I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And there's also a series on Netflix named just that. The author is Ramit Sethi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But I didn't finish it. I got to half of it and I was doing, because it's a, how many weeks? It's a 6-week program that tells you, okay, you should do this with your credit card. credit cards. You should do this with your bank accounts and savings accounts and investing accounts, and that's where I got that far. Because I do stop and do what he asks us to do. To be completely honest with you guys, it is uncomfortable peeling back those layers that I was so comfortable dealing with, right? And then to figure out, oh, there's a lot I don't know about money, and I thought I did. It's a little uncomfortable, but very much worth it. So I can't wait to like finish it. So yeah, I'm just excited to see what else I can learn and do with my finances. So that was one of the books I was reading. Second book I was reading, let me fix my necklace, is Psycho-Cybernetics. I got this book a long time ago, 2018 to be exact, because I like writing the dates of the times that I pick it up and read it again. And I picked up this book now 3 times to read it. And if you're into how your brain works, perspective, manifestation, all of that good stuff, then this is a good read. This is a really good read. I like reading oldies like that because a lot of the books, when it comes to visualization, mindset, manifestation, if you're into Dr. Joe Dispenza, there's older books that hit on all those points. And then you have the new books come out in a way that is told by their perspective on things that's been around for ages. So I love reading my old books. So if you're into that, really good book to pick up and read. And just to tell you here, it says tap into the power of your subconscious mind to improve your self-image, learn to use your positive past, set and achieve worthwhile goals, develop compassion, self-respect, and forgiveness, cultivate the power of rational thinking, discover the key to a happier, more successful life. If you're not a reader, I know for sure YouTube has a lot of books that they just read off. You can probably find those books and listen to them instead, or you can purchase them on Amazon Prime and listen to them on audiobooks. So whatever fits your needs. This month, okay, I'm gonna do the books later. I'm not gonna switch back and forth. I'm gonna stay on July. So that was my July books. Now, for my shows in July, I would recommend, like, if you're into watching a series and you need a new series, I got you. Excuse me. I would recommend From, From. If you like mystery, if you like being like on your toes when watching a series, that's the one for you. I'm not really a romantic kind of series person or comedy. Like, I never watched The Office or anything like that. Don't come at me, just not into that stuff. But a good mystery, a good CSI type of shows, I'm there, count me in. All there. So if you're into that kind of stuff, From, yep, you should watch From for sure. Now, moving on to routines. I found myself doing a lot over the weekend because I'm normally not working Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. So I separated my days for like Friday, reset, do everything I need to do, like cleaning, laundry, get everything out the way. Saturday is get the groceries, start meal prepping, or get the meal prepping out the way, spend some time with the family, and then Sunday is all about church, resting, spending time for myself and my family. I might be switching that around this upcoming month, only because I feel like throughout the whole weekend it's just go, 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 go. Like there's something to do every weekend. And that's not even including the things, the unexpected things that pop up, like birthday parties or events or conferences. And so that routine is kind of not working out. I'm not sold on 100% of the routine that I'll talk about in August with you guys, but I'm gonna try it out, and if it doesn't work, then big deal, like I'll just change it for the next week. We went through shows, we went through that. Now let's get into August, because I don't want to keep this too long. But my intention for Friday, oh my gosh, for August is get it done. And I'm not talking about Gary Vee style. No. Or like screaming in your face, get it done. No, I mean like, just do it. More of like the Nike, just do it, right? So my intention for August is just do it. I'm feeling a lot better when it comes to energy. And here's the thing with humans, right? As a human, saying it myself, we know what we need to do. We choose not to do it. I'll be honest, we choose not to do the things that we know we should be doing. So that's my intention for August, is just get it done. Little things too, like I was just telling my husband, I'm like, this is the first year, so embarrassing, but I'm gonna share it. This is the first year that I have both my boys ready to go, nothing missing for school. And all I kept telling myself is, actually, not even telling myself, because I see things in pictures more so than words. I saw myself intentionally packing up their backpacks, making sure they have clean, fresh water bottles, clean, fresh lunch pails, clean, fresh book bags, and everything inside of them, notebooks, rulers, everything they need, ready to go. And then when it's school time, first day of school, they just grab their stuff, out. Uniforms, everything, right? For the first time in their, my son is 12 years old and my other son is 10. That's the first time I've ever done it, because in the past I didn't have enough money, or in the past I was working 2 jobs, or in the past I would forget, and then I would have to do it, throughout the whole school year, and it was exhausting. So this year I was like, no, I'm gonna get it done. And I did, and it felt so good. Same thing with like the gender reveal. Like I was about to wait last minute. We got it done. I was so exhausted, but we got it done. So that's my motto for August, is just get it done. Just do it. So that's where that's coming from. Now, let's move on to finances. I definitely want to, I know I'm gonna read 2 new books, but the I Will Teach You How to Get Rich book is literally, you read a chapter, which is like 4 pages, and you do the lesson that it tells you to do. So it's easy read. The ones that I'm gonna really dive into is the following. So I wanna dive into Mindset by Carol Dweck. I'm a mindset manifestation coach, and anytime there's like a really high reviewed book on mindset, I'm all over it. And this one's an oldie too. So when I found this one, I'm like, how have I not read this? Because the books that I read reference back to books, like where they got their information. And this one kept popping up, and I'm like, I'm gonna read it. So I'm really excited to read this one. As you can see, it's not that long of a read. So I'm gonna definitely finish this one in August. The second book on my list is What Happened to You? And this is the one with Oprah Winfrey, interviewing Bruce D. Perry. And this is going back to what I was experiencing in July, just diving deep into my spirituality and myself. And then pairing it with mindset, this month is just gonna be all about discovery. Like discovering things about myself internally, up here, in here. And I'm really excited for it. Heard and read reviews about this book. So I'm really so stoked to read it. And I'm just looking at the illustrations. I'm like, that looks like a Starbucks coffee. So yeah, we're gonna touch on that once I'm done reading it and the month has passed by. The next category, because I have a list here for you guys, so I don't keep rambling off because I can ramble. Speaking of, I'm getting parched. Okay, next item here is I want to be more consistent on YouTube. I haven't been consistent on YouTube, so I want to be more consistent on that. Definitely, because for a very long time I've been wanting to do YouTubes, and the only thing stopping me from doing it is myself. So the month of August, I want to deliver 4 videos, one video once a week, and see how that goes. Because before, I did a very lofty goal of doing 2 videos every week. And what I learned, it was a good learning experience, is it's not only about filming, it's also about editing. And I know you guys are probably rolling your eyes and be like, yeah, duh. Well, it's different when you actually upload it and you see how long it takes to upload all of the video and content, and then you have to look for it and put it together and edit, and the music and the flow and all of this and all of that, and then the thumbnail and then the description, and then you post it. All of the small little things I noticed, and I got a little overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie, be honest. I got overwhelmed and then I stopped. Like, the most easiest thing is filming. This is it. This is the most easiest. I mean, no, it's not. In the beginning, when you're talking to yourself, it is very awkward. I was very awkward, and I probably filmed myself 50 times before I posted anything, because I didn't know how to just flow with conversation. And I'm not an expert yet in doing that, but I noticed after getting that practice in, it got a lot more comfortable. But then I started noticing all the small little things, like where am I going to get my music? What's the kind of music I want to do? And getting all the nooks and crannies out the way. Now that I know, I can commit to 1 video a week if I organize it the right way. And that brings me to my journal. So I want to be consistent, not the journal, the planner. I want to be consistent on making sure I'm looking at my planner every morning and every night, because, oh guys, if you depend on your memory, like I be doing, not much is going to be accomplished. And if you're anything like me, I get my ideas throughout the day, and if I don't write them down, I won't remember them at night. And I say at night because at night is when I do my to-do list, like, oh, let me do this, let me do that, let me do this, let me do that. And if I don't write it down, I'll forget. So I want to be more consistent on looking at my planner, making sure I write the things in here that I want to do so it gets done, right? Because what's the intention of this month? Get it done. All right. Next here, my routine. So the routine of cleaning the house, right? I used to leave it for the weekend. Noticed wasn't really working. Felt like there's too much to do over the weekend. What I'm gonna start doing is mid-week refreshes, and this looks like this. If you have kids, you will know. Wednesday is midweek. So Wednesday we're gonna do laundry. Wednesday we are going to grab a Clorox wipe and wipe down the toilets. If you have boys, you know what I'm talking about. It gets real crazy in there. We're gonna vacuum. So my kids do chores and they help me a ton. My husband does chores and that helps me a ton as well. But as a woman of my household, I have to get certain things pretty clean, you know, or else I'll feel like it's still dirty. So I'm gonna have them take care of the vacuuming, Cloroxing the toilets, and when it comes to 2 weeks into the month, that's when I'll do a deep clean. So I'll do a deep clean every 2 weeks, like the one I did yesterday. But that way it won't be so intense for me, because if they are doing their mid-week refresh, then it shouldn't be that crazy like it was this weekend. That's what I'm talking about, just keeping them on top of things. I've gotten them to always put their dishes in the dishwasher every time they use something. So in the morning, I have been, you know, taking everything out of the dishwasher. It's clean. So that way, during the day when I'm cooking, using something, when they're eating, boom, it just goes in there. Boom, it just goes in there. And then all we have to do at the end of the day is click power, start, go, done. I don't have to sit there and wash everything. Has been lots of help that way. So those are my main things. The dishes, the vacuuming, and the mopping, and the bathrooms. So, oh, and the laundry. So those 4 things, if we can do a light refresh on Wednesdays, I'm gonna see how it goes. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday should be a breeze when it comes to cleaning most of the house. Okay, my working out and self-care routine. Like I said last month, I was going through my first trimester. I finally entered my second trimester and I feel a lot better. I've noticed that the most energy is in the morning. So I will be doing my workouts in the morning. That means I have to wake up earlier. That means I have to go to sleep earlier. So my routine of self-care is going to change because I'll be going to sleep a lot earlier to wake up earlier so I can get my gym sessions in there. I'm also considering changing gyms and adding a bar class. I'm just seeing that my camera's about to die, so if it does, I'll be back. But adding a bar class. I was gonna do Pilates, but then I started reading. They do a lot of movements where it's not good for like your muscles on your tummy while you are pregnant, but bar is a little better. So I wanted to do like a valuation, go somewhere and do a one-on-one and see if I can do that, incorporate it once or twice a week, and I'll be in there. Also, I've been saving some YouTube videos for working out so I can do it at home. I just want to cut the time of going to the gym, although I'm gonna want to do the bar, but bar, I feel like it's a whole body workout every time you go with your own body weight. So I don't have to stress about, oh, am I going too heavy? Am I doing this right? Just take a bar class or just do a YouTube video at home. So that's the 2 things that I'm gonna incorporate. Shows for August, I have Cruel Summer, another mystery movie. I was gonna say movie. Another mystery show. Excuse me. So again, if you're into mystery and stuff like that, I would recommend Cruel Summer. We did start watching it about 2 days ago and we're hooked. Okay, we're hooked. And there's 2 seasons. So I'm excited for that. And my rewards, this is new because I didn't do a reward last month. My rewards are gonna be a facial and a massage. Haven't gotten either or in a very long time. People do not want to touch you when you're pregnant and going through your first trimester. So now that I'm in my second trimester, my doctor said it was a-okay, and my massage place, I think, only starts doing prenatal massages in the second trimester. So I'm very excited about that because your girl's muscles have been hurting, okay? And that's probably because of the hormone relaxant, but still, it's a lot for me. And just off topic, but in topic, I want to change up my style. I know, great time to do that while pregnant because I am growing and showing. But I'm not into maternity wear because I don't want to buy all of the clothes and then have to give it away because I only wore it for a couple of months. I like to have items that I can keep as long as possible. Like I have some items in my closet, you wouldn't believe how long I've had them. 6 years plus in there, okay? Because they're good quality and they do the job. I'm not really into trends. So basically my style, I want to invest in a different style. I'm getting over the style that I'm in, and I have to be really smart about it because not only does it have to fit my bump, but I want it to fit afterwards. So that's gonna be the month of August for me. That was a lot, I know, but If you stayed until this part, thank you. I know I rambled a whole bunch. Honestly, it's really good to set some kind of intention for yourself for the upcoming months. Even if you start on the 7th day of the month, 8th day of the month, 15th of the month, just really saying, okay, I want to practice this. I want to get this going. I want to do this, because then the month doesn't just unintentionally roll you by and you're like, hey, what happened to the month? You have a scoreboard. You're like, hey, this month I was able to accomplish this. I did this and I did that. And then you build off of that. That is my whole spiel and chit chat with you guys. And that wraps up the whole video here. Like I said, I will be posting once a week consistently in August. So watch out for that. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great week ahead of you.